2, 3. Here we are. Good night, everybody, lovely ladies. I'm so happy to have you here. Wow. Thank you for being. I know that it's so busy those days, but I'm going to be very quickly and show you a little bit what I did and the importance of this period and why for me was one of the best things ever. I was doing since 19 years ago. So and then from where it's coming actually, this practical experience, because I had the great experience to be taught by some great rabbis and Bedouins in the desert in Israel when I lived there for a little while, and I lived with the Bedouins like 3 months. And those people are the most simple, live what they have, and just they were leading with the stars and with the small plants around them, right? And to start how you can live better just with the things that you have. So I learned many things about the universe and the stars and the plants, and they taught me a lot of things about this period of time and why they were important for them. And after, I was living in an anthroposophic kibbutz in Israel for 3 years, where I study biodynamic. Biodynamic is a way how to treat the soil with a kind of homeopathic way, that you ritual and you honor the earth in a very specific way, where you can be in contact with the seeds, and you can be in contact with what the earth is giving you if you know how to treat it accordingly with the moon and the planets and so on. And I studied there biographical counseling as well, and art therapy, all about the colors of the seasons and how those impact the soul. So I had the privilege to learn all these things there. And the 13 nights were very, very impacting my life, because as we know, this area or this time of the year, we wanted to co-create, right? And to have the best versions of the next year and to plan it. And we are sometimes so blocked that in the end of next year, right? We said, oh, where are my resolutions? Where is the things that I plan? Nothing come up. And all the time is like a cycle. So I hope that the things that I will share with you during those 13 days will help us, me including, to unleash an amazing, beautiful, intentional year with results, not only in the area of wealth and money, but also in our private life as a human beings, as a women, and how we can impact the rest of the areas in a different manner while we are intent and we're putting all the intention into it, right? So it's very, very, very specific, the work that we're going to do during these 13 days, even though it's going to be a little bit, it's going to be intense, but you will have a lot of time later on to plan it in a very, very nice way, because every day is going to be something, right? But before I'm starting to get into the 13 Holy Sacred Nights, and I'm going to share a document that you're going to have it, I want to ask you one thing. Why would you like to learn more about that? What is the call to be with me during this time? And one thing that you want to put the vision into it, the intention into it. Okay, and we will go quickly like this. We will not expand so much time. So Laura, start yourself.
Why do I?
Yeah, to be here and to the vision of this momentum for you to put the intention to 2019, because that's the core of this program, of this process.
It's a lot of what I've learned just from you recently, that the divinity of this time of the year, I really believe it. So I feel like I'm aligned to just start the new intentions for the new year now, and everything I've learned from you and everything that you just said. Yeah. It's like, I want to know everything, and my intentions for the new year are just, just to grow my self-confidence and to figure out, to really develop my passions and to start putting that out into the world.
Perfect. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, Leah, your turn.
I am so honored to be here. And the reason, what was the question? Why am I here?
Yes, why you're here, and the vision of 2019 without thinking. Let's touch heart, okay? And the intention, how you see the intention and vision to 2019.
I'm ready to step into my healing role, and I am just getting in tune to what my gifts are with everything we're doing in the program. So my intent is to utilize that to start a business where I can help with the expansion and the evolution of the planet and human beings in general.
Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, Paige, you're here. I unmute yourself. Yeah, you're ready.
My intent for 2018, it's funny, I've been looking at this rose the last couple days and I've seen it kind of blossoming and unfolding. And that's my intent for 2018.
19?
Really,
18?
2019, yes, 2019.
Okay,
to
good.
sort of continue to blossom and unfold and really achieve some of the things I've had glimmers of.
Okay, good. And it's good that you pull up the white rose, because this is the symbol of Berkana, but also here is going to be very helpful when we observe how things are going on. So Sharon, your turn.
Oh, hi, ladies.
Hi, lovely.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be on here tonight. I want to transform myself into becoming the most authentic, vulnerable, creative person that I can be. And once I've transformed myself, I want to transform others, and I want to give the glory to God in everything that I do for my life from now on.
Wow, that's very beautiful. Thank you. I don't know if Erin can speak. She said that she has some.
Yeah, I'm
yes. Okay, good. good. Awesome.
My intentions for 2019 is I'd really like to put myself first in self-care. I'd like to make sure I take care of my internal self with nutrition, exercise, and therefore I think I would be able to give more if I could show that I love myself. You can't teach others to love themselves if you're not putting yourself first. So that is my intention for next year.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Yes. So for me, my intention is to have clarity in everything that I will do, to honor more my word, and to be able to impact a lot of women, that together we can create ripple effects of a lot of waves of awareness and love and beauty, and to co-create. That's my intention for 2019, and to be very in alignment, right, in peace, inner peace as well, to be able to do so. Okay, so the 13 holy sacred nights. All right, so what is all this about? Okay, in the olden days, right, where in the time of Jerusalem, in the temple, in the first temple of Jerusalem before was destroyed, there were sacred rituals or sacred ways of being together, the population, where women mostly were entitled to describe the best harvest or the best thoughts for the next years, right? And as well, because Israel and in that period, right, in Jerusalem was a vortex of magic and vortex of a lot of knowledge as well, where the biggest thinkers, right, were writing beautiful manuscripts about the human being and how we had divine power, right? Always written. And after a lot of years after, those kind of knowledge was lost. in life. And now we are absolutely disconnected of what was that period. But always, you know, life and the universe has cycles all the time. It has the cycles of day and night. It has the cycles of the seasons. They have the cycles of seeding and harvesting. We have the cycles of greatness and not so great periods, right? It's all in balance. All is part of the Lanimiskata, the cycles of life, right? So in this period of time, in the end of the year, accordingly as well with the moon, right, there is 21, in between 21, 28 days where the moon is very close to the earth, and in this moment is when the power, right, is reflected. And you know that the moon maintains the cycles in tune, right, and more the cycles of the women's in tune. So by this period, by the 21 of December, right, they started to create this kind of rituals and more with nourish the earth and giving the thank you for all the things that this universe was giving them, and the earth was giving them, and the knowledge and the wisdom and etc. No, for all the things that they have. They were very grateful. And they were celebrating every single thing that was given to them. So they have created a beautiful ritual of 13 holy sacred nights, right? Starting prior that 21. The 21. That's why I started to speak about it and open the group around that date, just because in that period they were giving like the gifts of their families to a place close to the temple in Jerusalem, right? And in that moment, when the 24th was coming, it was a very, very spiritual momentum as well, right? When Jesus was born, and until the 6th of January is another very important day, not because of a religion. I'm not getting into religion right now. I'm getting about the power of the divine force behind it. What represents Jesus in here in the earth, and what represents the love itself, right, in it. So it's coming like a memory to become really aware about the intentions, not only about the things that we're receiving, but also the things that we can co-create with our skills, with our gifts, with our talents, with the things that is around us. And sometimes because we are immersed in this kind of speedy, we are not paying attention about it. So this holy 13 days, right, is going to represent the 12 months that we have in front of us, right? And it's going to be connected as well with the 9 areas of our lives. If we are mastering a little bit that, and we are bringing a little bit to the awareness of those things, we're going to absolutely line up the most beautiful year of 2019. And has to be connected with few things. Has to be connected with, and I'm going just to start sharing this. Oh my God, stop sharing. Oops. It's going, give me 1 second. Show Windows. Okay. It's going to be connected as well with abundance, of course. It's going to be connected with the message that we want to verbalize. It's going to be connected with the relationship that we have with ourselves, the relationship we have with the rest of the humanity, with our families, right? With the people in our work, the businesses that we are creating. It's going to be connected as well with our inner family, with our inner child, right? And it's going to be connected with the relationships and as well with our self-care. All is belonging to the same core where those people in the centuries behind us were paying attention when they were doing these kind of rituals. They were giving the gifts to the temple. At the same time, they were receiving a small, like a divine prayers to the 9 different areas of their lives. And these 13 holy sacred nights represents the 12 months that we have above in front of us. So we're going to pay attention about how we want to create the full year next year, okay? And it's going to be based in the intention. It's going to be based in the attitude that we're going to have to be able to build these 12 months. It's going to be built as well in gratitude and celebration, because as much as we celebrate and as much as we can be grateful for the things that we have, as much as we're going to be in tune with the things that this universe is provide to us, it's giving us for gifts so many times per day, right? So we're going to create with these 13 days a double path, or giving and receiving, right? Because in this process, you're going to see the fears as well, and you're going to see the challenges that maybe could appear as we go on in the year, all right? So, of course, it's gonna be a part of very intensive meditation as well, because every day what I'm going to do is to line up the month, more or less, that the month that you have in front of yourself. And I'm sorry about the notifications here. And as you will see, you're going to have very, very specific tasks, because this is going to put you in advance to have the right mindset and to have the right heart set and action set to be able to face whatever trigger or challenge is going to come during the next year. Okay? So far, so good? Any questions? No? No? Okay. So, yes. No? All right. Okay. So, they were doing during this period a moon tradition ceremony as well, a burning ceremony as well. And in the 24th is as I said, the burning ceremony, but also is a kind of purification moment, right? And in that period, they did it with rainy water, okay? We don't have rainy water, but we can do it as well, a kind of receiving these holy 30 nights in a very specific way. So in the olden days, they were immerse themselves, mostly women, into rainy water. That this rainy water was very pure, right? Was full of herbs and roses, where the women were venerating and giving thank you to the earth, no, on the soil, when they were given the fruits and vegetables for all the year long. So they were saying thank you. So the rainwater has a beautiful purification way and vibration and energetic vibration as well. That they knew that if they were immersed in this kind of water, they're going to release any fear, and they're going to be released any challenges, or they will be more prepared to face than whatever is coming to you. So we're going to learn how to anchor, and how to anchor in the positive way. So this ceremony is something that was taught in that period, right? There were fire, there were the 5 elements with them. There were the fire around the bath, or it was in nature, was not, of course, the bath as we know, where like a pools in nature, it was cold, and the water was very, very dense, and they were infused with these beautiful herbs, right? Where the women were dressing in white, and they were immersed in this water. And when they came up, they were purified. They were absolutely being open-minded to receive whatever is going to come for the next year. All right. So this is one thing that you can do during those days. So you can do actually tomorrow or tomorrow night. Okay. And this is going to help you, and it's going to allow you not only relax yourself, but be open to receive and be more anchored into those 13 days that we're going to live together. Okay. So the water, as is written here, what is going to, the water is connected with kidneys, and the kidneys is where the emotion of fear is trapped to it. When I study the psychosomatic of the illnesses, the kidneys has a beautiful potential to release the fear if you know how to do it. And the bath is one of the process where you can absolutely release the tension in kidneys. And less tension in kidneys will help you to release the fear, less tension in your body, better balance. And the pH will alkalinize your body, will be better for reception. Okay, be more receptive about things. So, what they were doing after the bath, they will take in the herbs, and these herbs were given to the moon like a kind of thank you, right? So it was all part of that ritual. That if you do it, you will feel amazingly. I'm telling you, I did it many times in Israel. I did it in the real bath, and I do it here, and it's just incredible. All right. So what is the meaning of these 18 days, right? So as we know, the 28 days is a moon cycle. Every moon cycle is for a year, right? Has 13 moon cycles, all right? And this is the computation of the 28. So what we're going to do is to divide these 30 nights, and in the Hebrew calendar before, we didn't have the time. The time is not applying into the universe for manifestation. But in the olden days, the time was based in the stars, right? So when you saw 3 stars in the sky, this was for the people, the new beginning of the next day, right? So when you see the 3 stars in the sky, this is counting for the next day. So the 24 hours going from the night, starting to see the three stars in the sky until the next 3 stars in the sky. And this was the cycle of the day, right? So we're going to maintain this kind of rhythm, because this is going to give you a more perception of the day and more introspection to be able to work in the tasks that you need to be able to put all the effort and vision and intention for the next year. So the sunset of the 24th, that is tomorrow, right, until the sunset of the 25th, that's the imprint for your entire year ahead. And this is when you're celebrating with family. Normally we are in the speed of family and food and here and presents, la la la, chimpun, and we're forgetting about one thing that is most important, is how I want to show up. How I am showing up, no matter when and how and why, is in the moment of this precise realization in that night, when you will realize that when you're with family, right, how you are becoming in that process. And this is what we're going to help us as well, how we are showing up in a daily basis, right? So tomorrow is going to be like a whole perspective or whole thinking about how I want to show up during next year, how I want to become, or which person I want to become in this process when I'm lining up the next year, okay? So the sunset of the 25th and 26th is going to be the imprint from January. Next day will be the 27th, 28th, imprint from March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and December. And we will finish the 5th, right? The sunset of the 5th until the sunset of the 6th will be the imprint for December. That night, there was a very important night. In Jerusalem was where in Bethlehem, actually, not in Jerusalem, but in Bethlehem was given the 3 gifts to Jesus when he was born, right? And you remember the 3, the gifts were given the oils, right? They were given a word, the power of word, and was given the intention from the family to create a new wave of love, it was blessed with love in that precise moment. Okay, so it's very important night, because by arriving to the sunset of the 5th to the 6th, what we're going to do is to have a blessing. We're going to celebrate together. We're going to have the blessing for the next year. And the blessing has to be connected with the power of love, the power of commitment, that we'll own our word after this work. That we're, no matter what, we are creating like a sisterhood where we are sealing, right? We are anchoring the process of being for the next year. All right, and it's gonna be a beautiful process that night. This is not only to gather information about how we are going to build the next year, how. It's completely the opposite. I'm not going to speak about the how you're going to create every single goal. What we're going to put attention is the intention and how we are, and the process in becoming the person that I want to become the next year, that I didn't do it until now because I broke my word, because I was not loyal about my feelings, because I put, let's say, other people before my self-care, right? We're going to honor who we are in such a greatness, okay, that the people around us is going to notice our present. And in the moment that we are creating this vibration and this frequency, this is the moment that the people is going to follow you. It's going to want you to understand who you are, what you are going to offer, who the things that they want to be close to you, okay, in a different, absolutely manner. Okay, so as I said, is who you are becoming this process, and we're going to be very centered in the heart process, in the heart set. Why? Because the heart is the one that leads the balance in between our neurological process mind and our action mind, the metabolism and digestion. And digestion is how we are digest our lives as well, how we are digest our businesses as well, and why we're not having results, okay? So is how I feel the experience to be very successful in this year that is going to start in few days. And has to be connected with what brings you joy. Because if we want results and we want more success, has to be connected with abundance and prosperity of who we are, with the relationships of ourselves first, and the relationship that we're maintaining with our family and the relatives and the people around us, or in our businesses. And only if it's coming as a child when he's playing and we are connecting with this force and this power of joyful life, this when creativity in a big manner is coming to our lives. All right? So we have to be very, very aware about what is really brings me joy in everything that I'm doing, and how I can transmute the thing that is depleting my energy into something that is absolutely divine. Okay? So here is some guidelines, okay, for these 13 holy nights. And you can read them, and just I'm going to puntualize here. Is first of all, take a little bit of time to create consistent. Let's say if it's 13 days, we have to do some tasks. Maybe I have to wake up a little bit earlier at night and to be able to do my little homework. It's not going to be a lot, but it's going to put you the intentional mode of creativity. And as a women, we have this power, okay? So it's going to help us to be absolutely creative and more aware, more sensitive about the things that we have around us. Here as well is, as I said, it's going to be in both sides. It's going to be open to receive what you're giving. So if we are starting to build balance about the inner world and the outer goal, is when we're starting to have better results as well. Okay? It's going to help you to understand how the seasons are having a huge impact on the results of every single month. We are not aware about this, but January, February, March are the period of where the seed, the things that the seed is the ideas. The seeds are the projects. The seeds are relationships. The seeds are writing. The seeds are introspection. Okay, so January, as the seasons, as the nature. So January, February, and March are connecting with the willingness of ourselves to be able to tap into our greatness as a women. It's who we are, which is the message that I want to, what I need to create here to overcome the fears and the challenges. For example, I want to, my business is people related, right? So what I need to overcome, or which things I need to create, which idea I have to put into a paper to be able to master my relationship with my people in my business, for example. All is about sitting. All is about the things that I'm getting in a creation mode, that have the time to put into analyzing and feeling mode. Now in January, February, and March is the time to start blossom. Is the time to give them name and last name. Is the time to start to pull out the seed, the weed that is not good. Okay, it's nourish this seed. Okay, and it has to be, and I will give you more tips about how you can evolve this muscle in a different way. Do you have any questions so far? No? Yes? Leah, Laura, Shirley, Paige? Okay. So one of the things that helped me very much during these 13 days, even if it's a little bit hard because we're in holidays, is to treat our bodies a little bit more with better food. Even if we are in the festivities, right? Try to give your body a little bit of raw food, because this is going to help you to be more creative and to root better, right? When we are rooting, we are connecting with our mind and our feelings in a very different way. We're giving live food to our body. We're going to have better ideas, more creativity in the way of expression as well, because our cells are going to be nourished in a very, very high vibration. And that's the point. As we know in Berkana, if we are tapping into high vibration, the other thing is going to come in a very, very cool way. All right, so drink water, because as well, water is the conduit. The water, we need it to be in the flow. It's going to help our kidneys to release the toxins or the heaviness that maybe we can be in those festivities because sadness, or because memories, or because things that are coming up. So if we want to put the intention for the next year in a very, very precise, neat, creative mode, we have to nourish ourselves in a very neat, a very high frequency level as well. And the water is an amazing provider of flowing, okay, and release the toxins and help our body to be more fresh. Okay, so drink more water. Okay, create that space as well, because as I said in the chat, one of the most important things to have a very, very successful year is to decluttering, right? Is to make these spaces, open spaces. And as we did it in the challenge, we create this cleaning stuff. But we have to also be in open-minded to clean our way of thinking, because as we know, the way of thinking is what we bring from the past. And sometimes the way of thinking is only based in our own language. We are avoiding most of the time how other people's language are. And I'm going to teach you a little bit the differences between a blueprint mindset, a nourish mindset, and sanguineous mindset, an action mindset. And this is very important because it's going to help you to understand which kind of minds are around us, and it's going to help you as well to manifest quickly and have better relationship with others. Okay, so we will see that. Okay, so we're going to do a ceremony tomorrow. So what I was asking is to try to write as much as you can and be very honest in the process to get rid of the things as well that you don't want to see it in the next year. Or if you see it, you can have a tool to face it and to shift it, okay? Before you're going to do the task for every single day, just be in the mood, in the alignment, okay? You can burn sage, you can burn Palo Santo, whatever you want to put yourself in tune with the intention. Because if you do it, I promise you that you're going to open a divine force through you, and it's going to help you to understand the things that maybe is not flowing in the way that you want or you desire, okay? Now, why the white candle and why the white rose? The white candle is a symbol of as well of purity. It's a symbol of giving the opportunity to burn into light, to put you the passion into your momentum, right? Whatever you do from now on, every time that you will when you light in a candle, a white candle, it will put you in this anchor of creativity and motion mode in a different way if you don't do it. The white rose is, for me, has a very, very tremendous feeling and intention behind it, because the rose as a seed, I'm always saying, and it's something that I have it here. You know, when you have a seed like this one, you never know what it is inside. It's alive. It's life here, right? But we didn't put it in the right environment to be able to grow. We don't know if it's a rose here. I don't know if it's a simple beet or it's a herb. I don't have any idea. But if we nourish this seed, right, could be a very, very beautiful rose. It could be a very beautiful flower, right? Something that is meaningful. When you see a rose, this is the process of ourselves as well. Sometimes we have beautiful seeds inside, but because we don't know how to open them, we don't know how to talk to them, we don't know how to talk to ourselves, we don't put the right soil, the right environment, the right connotations, and the right intention to be able to see the magnificence and the excellence that can create it afterwards. We all have a beautiful white rose inside us. Everybody, no matter what, okay? And as you see that the rose is opening, it will show you, as well as Paige said this morning, was unfolding, and before, right, was unfolding something unique. And this is our process as well, because it's a cycle. No matter what, the seeds of the rose is going to come again and again. And our legacy, if we know how to intend, and we know, and absolutely we know how to nourish it, we can absolutely leave a huge legacy with grace and beauty, no matter what. Okay? So like the white candle and the white rose is important, because it will be also very crucial when you're doing business with people. Because sometimes we are speaking only our language. We're not paying attention about the language that the other people have. We don't know which kind of seed these people have inside of the circumstances. So we are not maintaining this way open of receiving and listening in manners that is a win-win for everybody. Okay, so that's a very, very interesting. The other thing that I would suggest during this period is journal and record the feelings of everything that is going to pop up, because this is going to give you an open door for the things that you're going to face in the years. All is energy. Whatever is coming when you will work on the task of this particular month, I'm sure that when you will be in January, when you will be in May, you will go back to this journal and you will see the same challenges on the same basis of what you wrote. Because as we know, right, we are acting in autopilot most of the time, and we have a record in our memory. With this work, what we're going to do is to break what is not working anymore and to bring into the awareness something different. All right? Do you have any questions so far? No? Okay. So you know the record and the feelings and the experience that you want to have it as a part of the interactions, right? And activities that you're going to create during those lineup in the year. I'm going to every day and every night I'm going to open a card that is connected with nature, and we'll see what the goddess is telling us for that precise day. Okay, like this we can read it together and see, and maybe we are in synergy here, because you will see that some people will be very, very well connected, and it's something that's going to be happening for sure. So that's why we are bodies here, right? And it's a very sacred space. We are just building a muscle to be able to be better people. And if we are better people, we're going to create this ripple effect that is going to impact people's lives in a different level, and we're going to have results. Whatever you decided, you're going to have results, okay? Later on is just to put in practice a simple strategy. But if we have clear the intention, no matter what, your results are there as well. So, one very, very beautiful thing during these 13 days, and I did it for a long time, and the people that I did it with me in the past years, is that the information and reflection that you receive during those 13 days or 13 nights, right, is going to appear through the whole year. Okay, you're going to see like a lineup in a very clear intentionality of miracles about you and about things that is going to happen during these 13 days. It's going to pop into your mind. What is the life calling, right? Or ideas to refer it to the path that you need to start walking, and the people that you need to speak, maybe, or a place that you have to go. There is going to be a very clear messages. So please write them down, because maybe is the person that you need to speak, because maybe this is a partner in your next business. I don't know. All right, or maybe is a place where you need to do something because it's going to be a healing process there. Okay, so be please very aware, because this process of these 13 days, what is going to open is the awareness and the perception of the things around yourselves. All right. Another thing, whatever we are going to experience here is not right and is not wrong. All is perfect. All is right. All is wrong if you wanted to see if it's wrong. Okay, so don't put the connotation of trying to look for validation. It's what it is, and that's it. Here it is. All right, so we're going to create, okay, your life vision statement here for the next year. So what I want that you will do during, or tomorrow, that is the first day, right, before the burning, is that you will write down in a present moment and in full detail, okay, what your life to look like, how you wanted to see it. And not only to see it, it's not a visualization, it's the experience of how do you want to see January, how you want to see February, what things do you want to achieve, how do you want to be, in which mood you want to be, how you're going to relate to other people, how your body is going to act with you, to be your carrier in a very healthy mode. Everything. Okay, I want that you will use every single senses. How you smell your life, how you touch your business, how you are hearing the things around you. Be very aware about it, okay? And try to figure out the areas of our lives, that is health and family and business, spiritual, right? Every area. And don't pay attention about the how I'm going to do the things, or how I'm going to express, or how I'm going to have results in my business. we are not paying attention about that, is why you are enjoying those things when you are describing with detail, right? And which attitude and intention are you going to have? Because this is your promise. We're going to commit here, and we're going to be so honorable with our word and our life, because it's sacred. It's beautiful life, no matter what challenges we have, no matter what memories we have, right? It's so beautiful that we're going to create something unique if we have an intention to create something unique. All right, so always start whatever you do from now on with, I am so grateful that blah 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 blah. I am so grateful that I am having this amazing food today. I'm so grateful that I get mad today. Why? Because this shows me the things that I need to work more on me and to be a better person. I'm so grateful for that. Okay? So create your life vision statement, because this is going to be like your open prayer for you for the next 12 months. The strategy is coming later, so we don't pay attention so much, but we're going to be aware about three main cores, because this is the pillars of what the rest of the things are going to be on. Okay, one is to understand our skills, to change the habits that is not working anymore, right? That is giving us the excuses and the fears and blah blah blah. And we're going to pay attention about relationships, how I'm related to others, how I am related to myself. I do pay attention with love and caring, or just it's a surface relationship. Those three main core pillars, those are the ones that is going to help you to build the most successful life and most successful business ever. All right? So write it down in this here is like a skills, right, that I want to master, because I'm going to show you there is like a blogs for each month. So be aware about which skills I want to master in my vision and with my goals, right? Which habits I need to change. So I need to change to time management, or I need to change my self-care habit, okay? So choose one or two. And this is the things that we're going to master during this year. And this is going to help us to be the best version of ourselves when we're becoming in the process. But also, this is going to help other people to be attracted to the energy and the frequency that we're going to create by doing this process. Okay? Now, this is very important as well, related to relationships, because sometimes we are just putting our forces out there and we are not caring about ourselves first. So it's very important that you will pay a little bit more attention about those questions, right? And who I am is one of the most crucial ones. Not what I'm doing, is who I am and who I want to become in during this 12 months, right? We're going to create as well during the everyday like a mind map of the things that is going to help us to validate it, our momentum, okay, and our flow. And we're going to every day to celebrate, and every day we're going to give thank you for anything that we experience, no matter what. And I want that chat will be on fire. I would love to see the chat on fire, no matter if it's one penny in the floor or my daughters told me I love you, okay? I want to see celebrations full gas here, because we are in a speed. We have to co-create with the universe right now. And this holy specific night is the momentum to create this muscle. And it's only 20 hours of creating this muscle while it's connecting with our subconscious mind and our awareness. So if we can manifest that, we can manifest everything else, okay? So celebration and gratitude every day is the frequency that we want to because this is connected with prosperity, abundance, relationships, and for sure, new partners in your life. Okay, so I'm going just to read one, and like this you will see the process, the roadmap for those 13 nights. Always you will have the white candle, you will have the Palo Santo or sage, whatever you want to burn, a journal, right? And observe the white rose, right? Because this observation is going to give you the precise observation of what is going on around you. I want that you will pay attention about these 4 things as well. Are you authentic? Are you free? Are you integrated what you are learning? And you're expanded as well. Okay? If I am doing something with raw authenticity, I am authentic and I'm truly myself, no matter what, I honor myself. If I'm acting with freedom, and freedom means, as we said this morning, the opposite of, right, fear, right? So, and we are acting with love, okay? This is amazing because we are going to integrate the new skills and the new way of doing things differently. And this is going to give us, expansion, not only to our family and ourselves, but expansion to the world. And this means that we're going to open the vortex, or the people come to us because they're going to be attracted to us in a very, very different levels. Okay? So, yeah. So those are the tools, okay? And here you have an example of how we are acting normally. As yourself, right? Which element do you need to strengthen? All right. We all have this power of attraction magnetism, right? But because we are self-sabotaging ourselves, we are creating a gap in between this frequency, and that's why we're not manifesting so fast. But this is a very, I'm going to put it, I hope that you can see, but if not, you can see. This is an example, right? And this is questions normally. It's like, if I'm looking for validation outside of myself, I am not authentic because I'm not tapping into my own self, right? If I'm asking for validation because I am parting of self-growth and authenticity, it's okay. But if I'm asking just because I'm not sure about myself, it's not okay, because we are not tapping into our greatness. And this is the first rule. We have to tap into our absolutely inner validation and inner game, right? So this is what I said before, is you need to be authentic, you need to be free, right, of fears and past experience and things that is self-sabotages. And we have to integrate the new to be able to expand ourselves differently, okay? Now, we have, for each month or each day, we have a goal. Okay, let's say that in January, my goal, unique goal will be to, I don't know, to make a list of new people for my business, let's say. That's all, okay? And I'm going to be a really good master in to do so. So I'm putting one goal, right? The actions that are related to that goal that is connected with creation, okay? To create your life vision is, if I'm doing this goal and I'm putting into action those things, right? This is going to be authentic, it's going to give me freedom, it's going to integrate the values that I have into my life, and it's going to expand myself. Yes, okay, so I move on. No, okay, so what I have to review here, okay? Maybe the goal is not the one that I need in that precise moment. Maybe before I need to be more aware about my intention, right? So it's a review way of being clear. How do you want to master that particular month? And this is going to help you later on to create the strategies that we know or we need to be successful for that month. All right. So be alert, right? That when we're writing our goals or the beauty of that month of what I want to achieve or create, I am paying attention about the emotions that is coming, the action that is coming, right? The intention always, that is, I'm going always to put an intention. My intention for this month will be blah, blah, blah. And this is what I'm committed to it. And money-wise means that sometimes we are not paying attention about the money and the wealth and the worthiness and I am enough and I am building prosperity. If I'm doing from a lack of, I have to review my statement, okay? And if not, is pay attention about the money. That's why celebration is so important, because as much as you celebrate, as much as you are in gratitude and you're putting love into the things that you are doing with intention, more money is going to come to you, for sure. And I have to tell you, this year was an amazing aha moment for me when I applied those things. I couldn't believe it, what was going on, okay? Also, it's very good that if you, for example, you're line up the month of January, right? What do you think that the challenges is going to come when you're talking about creating a list? Okay, maybe the challenges will be, I'm creating a list, but I will not call anybody because the fear behind is something. All right, so if I put a name, a last name to the challenge that could be happen, right, I will face them differently because my intention will be different now. All right, and I want that you will line up how you are going to resolve them. I can resolve it by journaling. I can resolve them by call one person at a time. I can resolve them by create a smaller list or build confidence. Whatever you think that is your own truth, this is what you're going to do as well in the how here, okay? Because how you resolve here is going to give you as well the experience of a positive result. And if you have a positive result, there is nothing to be afraid of. You already know the tools that you're going to apply, no matter what the fear or the challenge is going to come. Okay? And like this, so on and so on. All right, so any questions so far? I'm going to unmute everybody here. And yep. And just let me know what would you like to share so far. Leah? I read it.
I'm trying to get my earphones in because my kids are going to be running around.
Oh, okay.
Because I've never goals like this, my mind a little, what am I supposed to be writing down?
Okay, I couldn't hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better.
I'm just trying to think, because I'm not a goal setter per se in general, and now I'm like trying to do it by month.
Okay, so you are confused. Okay, so instead to put a goal that it creates a little bit of conflict here, put a desire. What would you like to see as a desire for you in January? It doesn't have to be like a must in, okay? So don't rush yourself. Don't put yourself in tension at all. What is going to help you is to visualize which kind of year do you want to have.
Okay.
All right? So my desire for January, if I'm putting into consideration that the first 3 months are connecting with sitting and reviewing and creation, right? What desire I want to see from myself, my kids, my family, my job, my work, my business, my creativity, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's easier for you like that? Seems easier?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Sharon, do you want to share something?
Okay, so what I'm understanding is we look at the desires that we want, and they have to be based on our life vision. We're going to create my life vision, okay?
Yes.
And as we're creating it, we want to, let me think, okay. let me start again. Forgive me, girls. Okay, because there's a lot of information.
It's a lot
that
yes.
you was getting. But what I'm understanding is that I'm going to just write what my desire is. If I could have like a magic wand and I could say, this is the desire for me in my life in terms of my relationship, in terms of my creativity, in terms of my wealth or my freedom.
Yes.
These are the things that I desire. So you're giving us, like, if we had like a magic wand to write the life that we could just go ahead and say, this is how I want my life to look at. And we're going to write it within these, like, from sunset tomorrow to sunset on the 25th.
Exactly.
And we're doing it. And while we're doing this, we're going to be having some sage. We're going to be observing the rose and observing how it kind of looks.
Yes.
And okay, and what we're doing is, if we are really setting the roadmap to how we want to see our 12 months. But if we set these intentions during those 20 hours, then those intentions would probably going to be the intentions for the rest of the year, because we're going to keep on looking at that. But we're always okay. That's what I think I'm understanding. That's what I have to do, is just get going and just being in a place where we're just writing, flowing, whatever it is. But the desires, but it has to cover those 5 areas you were saying.
I will put, I'm going to write them in the chat, like this. You will have them, because it's coming like a 3 blocks. Okay, so don't worry. And like this, you will say, okay, the desire for me in abundance, prosperity is blah blah blah. The desire for me in fame or reputation, or how the people are looking at me, is la la la, or my message. Okay, so it's going to be very, very precise. So yes, exactly as you said. Like this is from sunset to sunset is like the intention is going to capture as well the planet, the moon. It's a lot of energy that we are not aware about it, right? But it's there.
Interesting enough, last night I was at a party, and I decided that, because I live in a high rise, so there's no kind of like beauty per se in terms of nature, but they were outside. So I went outside by the pool, and they had a fire pit, and I was talking to 3 ladies, and it was beautiful. And I said, okay, look at the full moon. What are our intentions for next year? And each of them thought I was some kind of, everybody's drinking, and I'm just like out there like, okay, who's this lady? Never met her before, but she's talking about intention for the moon. So but you know what, so what I'm saying, what do you mean? So this one lady said, I said, no, I just said, what is your intentions? And I tell you, and I said, look at that amazing, beautiful moon. This is the night, ladies, we need to set our intentions for the whole year. And there were, like I say, 3 ladies plus myself, never met them before in my life. And we were around the pit, and they all looked at the moon out there, and it was bloody cold, and I was freezing my ass off. But right up the moon, and they've got their wine and the drink, and I've got my friggin' water, and we're doing our intentions. And I have to tell you, I've never done anything like that. And we gave each other a hug, and it was beautiful. And for me, that was the first time I'd ever done anything like that. So I just want to say, I stepped out and looked at the moon. I remember that much anyway.
Yeah, so that's sitting, because maybe what you have created in those ladies is something unique for the rest of their lives. And from now on, every time that they will see the moon, they will remind you, and maybe they will put more into awareness the intention of their lives.
Okay.
So that's the huge thing, and as well with our lives. So if we put the intention out there, we're going to be more aware about the things that is happening. Okay, so that's important, very, very important. And as you said, as we're writing, we're going to imprint the willingness and the action mode, right? The energetic mode, the area, the astral that we all have for the next year. And this is crucial because sometimes we don't understand it. We cannot understand because we don't have the knowledge. No one taught us about these things.
No.
But there is a huge energetic momentum right now that is projecting to the next year. That's why it's so important. Okay. So thank you, Sharon. Yes, Leah, you want to share something?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Paige.
Just as you were talking before, and you said, well, what kind of year do you want to have? The three things that kind of popped out. I want to have a year filled with integrity,
Yes.
integration, and to be intentional about it. When I've looked back over the last year, there were places where I haven't acted with as much integrity and with my time, and trying to have a full-time job and have my business and home. And when I was giving time to one, I was taking time from another, and I shouldn't. And so I want to act with more integrity, but also integrate it all. I don't want to feel like it's one or the other. And I really want to be more intentional about it than just throwing stuff up and seeing what sticks.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So I think that's a good overriding principle for
mm-hmm.
the next year. It was funny because I was sitting here and I'm like, oh, she's going to call on me. And
I didn't write it.
I don't journal a lot, and I don't feel like I get ideas or thoughts or whatever, but this did come to me, so maybe it'll work.
Yes, it will work. So if we starting to do this muscle, you will see that the intuition that we spoke, right? We have an incredible intuition as ladies. So when we have this sacred space to really put the intention into things and we're in alignment, that's why we have to create these sacred moments, because it's like honoring ourselves. This is when the creativity is coming. And it's flowing, and it's going to give you the answers that you need in this precise moment, right? And how we are balancing things by putting into the priority or the important is what we're going to create with the strategy later on. But if we don't have even that clear, this is when every single thing that pops up in our lives is putting out of the track. So we are all the time trying to balance in things, new things, when we're not having direction. Right? Mm-hmm. So this is going to help us to put ourselves in tracks, even the challenges are coming or momentums of more weaknesses, right? So, and it's not going to only help ourselves, but also our teammates, our businesses, our family members, etc. Great, thank you, Paige. Laura.
I just want this to be a year full of discovery for me. And as I said before, I also want to do that with leading with my heart and really pursue my passions. And
mm-hmm.
although like I said, sometimes I feel like I'm just starting at the beginning because I don't have a lot of, I feel like I don't have a lot of development. Sometimes I feel like I'm a 18-year-old, but I also feel like I do have all this knowledge now, so it's just exciting.
Okay.
I don't have anything huge popping to me because I really want to go through it and think about it mindfully. I'm just taking it all in right now, but those are the surface things that are popping up.
Perfect. So just download them. It's just a question to have the patience, and patience, as you know, is the inner peace to be able to imprint whatever is coming through us. And this is our gifts, and this is the way that in another manner we can share with the world differently. Mm-hmm. Okay, Erin, are you around? Can you talk?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. All right.
I think I'm looking at it as like a spiritual experience where the universe and I are having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
This past year, I learned a lot about manifesting, and I'm still in the beginning stages, but I believe this will help me kind of have a path or a guide mm-hmm. to understand how to manifest in a more powerful manner.
Okay, perfect. Yes, thank you. I think that it's going to help us to picture, right? And to visualize better if we have at least the intentions better line up. And as we journal, we will see so incredible things that are coming, or reactions of people, or things that you didn't think about it even, okay, or feel about it. So so that's it. So the main core for, I'm going to share this document. I wanted to be more beautifully presented, but I didn't have the time to put it all the symbols and all that, so my apologies. But I'm going to send this into the chat. My question to you is, would you like I will open a Facebook group, or is enough with the chat? I don't want to bombard it with so many things, and I wanted you to condense everything in one. So you tell me if you think that is good to open another Facebook for these 13 days, or just by the chat is good, and the Zooms, because I can't post it also in that. What do you think?
I like the chat.
The chat.
Personally.
Okay.
For me, that is.
Yeah.
But I'll go with everybody.
Yeah, the chat's great.
Good. That's fine? Okay. Mm-hmm. Perfect. And if not, I can also send it by email if you want. But I think the chat, it will cover all the things as well. All right. So I want that you will celebrate everything during these 13 days. And you will be in mode of gratitude, grace, and ease. There is no rushing. Okay. There is no pressure here. This is only connection with nature's sacred moment. And this is you. Honor yourself. No matter what we are living, I'm sure that we all have certain challenges and things that we need to resolve and things that we have to become better, right? But as much as we are in this vibration of gratitude and ease, right, it's going to help us to see immediately the magic in the other side. So I want that you will pop exactly your posting, your chat full of celebration. I don't care if it's a 1 Starbucks coffee or a smile that the person throw you to you in the morning. I don't care. Everything. Okay. All right. I want that you will start thinking about the skills and the habits that you want to change and to incorporate in the new year. My habits are waking up very early because I have to prepare breakfast for my kids at a certain hour, and if I'm not doing that, I'm lost all day. So I will commit it to wake up earlier, right, and to do my 5 questions. I have my habits, so I want to incorporate maybe better food, or maybe a walk that I stop it for a few months. So I want to incorporate. So create the new habits that you're going to be committed in an ease way, right, without pressure, and growing for the next year. And as well, pay attention about the relationships that you want, okay, to attract to you. Which kind of people do you want to attract? Which kind of person do you want to become, right? Is a person that is in love with others or is just in conflict with others? Which kind of person do you want to co-create with? And which kind of transactions do you want to also build? If you have businesses, how do you want it to produce better results? If you don't have a business, but you want to create a business, okay, and as an entrepreneur, see yourself doing it and see as well where is the impact that you want to create in people's lives. Maybe it's through health. Maybe it's through mindset. Maybe it's through educating parents. Maybe it's, I don't know. What is the legacy? Start to ask these questions, because when you are putting yourself into the first month, the first year, right? The first month or the first task, that is tomorrow actually, you're going to start lining up things. So if you don't answer all, that's okay. Just write as much as you can, and we will review all these things together. So don't worry. The letter, okay, tomorrow, I'm sure that we have all dinners and family commitments and all that. I'm going to find it's a 20 minutes, 15 minutes maybe, time to be able to burn my paper, to do the ceremony. I'm going to send you via the chat some things. The people, I mean, Leah did it already with me in Berkana Women 1 month ago, but I'm going to repeat it like this. You can see and you can have it with you. How is this burning ceremony? And if you have 10 minutes, just go outside, okay, with your sage or with your fire, and just give a prize, bless, and just burning. And you have to be until the paper is burned completely. If it's not burned completely, there is some blocks on you and you have to repeat it, okay? So that's very important, because tomorrow is going to be open the gates for the things to you and for you to manifest. And while you are doing it, if you have time, take a picture, because this is going to anchor you in the memory, all right? So take a picture, and if you want, you can share it in the group, and if not, it's okay, but just for you to have the record that you did it, okay?
Are we, Carla, excuse me, are we burning, what are we actually burning? Are we burning what we've just written?
Yes, exactly. The things that you don't want, you want to get rid of, okay? It's like, all right, this year I was not honoring, I had most of the time in pain, or I was whatever, blah, blah, blah. This is what you're burning, okay? And this is going to help you to make a space in the subconscious mind for a new thing.
And you're going to give us information in the chat about exactly how to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. All right. And if you have time as well, some of those nights, do the bath, because the bath is going also to release the fear, mostly through the kidneys, okay, through the water. And that's...
Wouldn't it be a good, I don't know, but I think it would be awesome if, I don't know if anybody thinks I'm crazy, but if we were doing the burning ceremony at the same time, all of us, I mean, I know people, and just say we're all doing it at the same time, because so we have that connection, because I'm feeling connected to the girls already. But I wanted that would be great.
I wanted to do it. We can say, I don't know. What is the time for you? I don't know what time is your dinners normally. Or after dinner, I don't know. Could be at this hour, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Do you think it could be a good hour to do it?
Does it have to be in the evening?
Nighttime, yes.
It has to be night. Okay.
So before or after the dinner, something that will be when the kids are sleeping, or when you're coming back from them. We can decide that we can do it around 9 o'clock in whatever is connected at 9 o'clock. So we can connect it, and if not, we embrace the others. I don't know. What do you think? Yes.
Sounds good.
Carla?
Yes.
We only burn the old stuff that we don't want to, right? Because I also wrote out the new stuff for 2019. Do I tear it in half?
Yes, exactly. Do you want to get rid of the things that you don't want to see anymore? That is not, it's like you're cleaning yourself of, oof, I'm giving to you, God, this is not anymore. Mm-hmm.
So I'll keep the 2019 part then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Or the things that is empowering with you, like a breaking my word, or I'm not consistent, or things that you see that this I don't want it anymore because it's not serving me anymore. Mm-hmm. Okay. Erin, you want to say something, right?
I was just wondering, do we write a new list, or do we just rip it out of the prep work?
Do a list, the things or whatever you think is the best for you, right? Normally it's like getting it's like a journal, a little bit of pay attention.
Can you guys hear Carla, or did she mute herself?
No, I can't hear her.
Okay.
We can't hear you.
Carla. We can't hear you, Carla.
Well, let's go and party, girls. Let's get the
we
wine
can't
out
hear
now.
you. We can't hear.
We can't hear you.
We can't. No one can hear you.
No.
No.
Do sign language.
Woo, there we go.
Now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's magic. Sorry, what I was saying.
I was looking at
I-
Paige's face going, she can't hear her either.
I'm like,
I'm not drunk. I didn't drink any. Sorry, Erin. What I said is just what I'm doing in this moment is pay attention a little bit. How was my 2018, right? And be very honest. I said, okay, I was mad many times. I was really not paying attention with my kids as I should, or whatever is something that I want to get rid and honor a new Carla, a new becoming person, right? A new honoring myself with integrity and authenticity and expansion. So yes. Yep. All right, so we're finishing with music, so I want you will close your eyes, everybody. Okay, and this is a very sacred moment as well. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, with these three main core and tones, we're going to upscale our frequency and energy to be able to embrace the new 2019 in a very, very high, beautiful level, creating beauty and attracting to us and manifesting our desires with magnificence and excellence. Okay. Thank you, ladies. Namaste.
Namaste.
And
Good night.
good night.
Good night, every lady.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you, Carla.
Everyone.
No problem. Bye.
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 Thank you.
Bye.